Welcome to Crypto Flywheel, the podcast where we spin up strategies to turn your digital efforts into unstoppable momentum. Now, let's get the flywheel turning. Hey, Professor X, how are you?
How's it going, Digital X? How was your morning so far?
Morning's going good. Morning's going really well. Yeah, let's, actually, I was pretty interested to talk about today's topic. I know we spoke about exchanges on the previous episode. So today we're talking about something super exciting. Apps that let you trade both cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and regular stocks like shares in companies such as Apple or Tesla, all in one place. Think about it. Cryptos and stocks used to feel like two totally different worlds. You needed one app for stocks and completely separate app for crypto. That means juggling logins, balances, and apps. It was a hassle. But now, in late 2025, some awesome platforms have made it way easier. You can now have one account and switch between stocks and cryptos without any drama. That's perfect, right? Perfect if you just starting out and wanting to try a little of both without going crazy. Here, let me give you some exchanges that are offering it now. First I have is Robinhood. This is probably the easiest for total beginners. There's no trading fees at all. You can buy real US stocks, ETFs. ETFs are like baskets of stocks, and a bunch of popular cryptos, all for free. This is a super simple app, and this is great for getting started. Also, there's a different platform as well. It's called eToro. This one's cool too. If you like learning from others, they have a feature where you can copy what successful investors are doing automatically. You get real stocks from markets around the world and over 100 cryptos to choose from. And I'm sure you heard of Kraken, known as a solid crypto app. But earlier this year, they added commission-free trading for thousands of real US stocks and ETFs. So now everything's in one spot. And my last one, and I'm sure everyone has heard of Coinbase, the big trusted name in crypto. Just this week on December 17th, they started rolling out real stocks and ETFs trading right in the app. Next to your Bitcoins and other cryptos. They offer zero commissions. You can even trade some stocks extended hours. These apps make it very simple. One login, one balance, easy switching between worlds. If you're a novice like a lot of our listeners, start small, learn as you go, and remember, investing has risk. So only use money you can afford to lose.
Yeah, so Digital X, I think this is a great topic to talk about for our listeners to get some real insights, right? So how do you get involved? So what we're witnessing right now is a quiet merging of everyday money habits with digital assets. I think that how you stated buying stocks and cryptocurrencies on the same platform, I think that's going to increase adoption into the space organically, and people are going to get interested, especially if they can use their debit and credit card and tied to a platform and earn cryptocurrencies as rewards for daily habits like buying groceries and gas and getting certain percentages in crypto. I think that's going to be really intriguing and interesting to our listeners to get involved immediately from traditional credit cards. You know, credit cards that just offer like dollars or extra miles on a smaller percentage base. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the onboarding process for these exchanges are actually so much easier now. I remember signing up with traditional finance to trade stocks. The process was not as easy. I mean, they require you to send in capital. That capital had to be funded and cleared on their end before you can even start doing any purchases. But with these exchanges, it's instant. Like, you could sign up like today and you could start trading today because funds will be cleared so quick, you know?
Yeah.
And the ability for you to access both stocks and crypto, I mean, that's something that's totally unheard of, right? So this is actually going to compete with the amount of individuals that are going to be choosing to invest using exchanges versus like Fidelity or Schwab or TD Ameritrade. So I think it's a game changer.
Yeah, I agree with you, but here's a critical distinction that we need for our listeners to understand or comprehend. Not all platforms are created equal. Some exchanges are regulated in the United States and integrated with traditional banking rails, transparent with custody and rewards, but others similar like KuCoin or BitMEX or any of the other offshore-based are loosely regulated, which increases or introduces a tremendous amount of risk. So the real opportunity for our listeners is not chasing the hype from like YouTubers and they tell you and direct you to different exchanges, but understanding which mainstream platforms are quietly becoming the bridge between traditional finance and the tokenized economy. Don't you agree?
Yeah, definitely agree. Definitely agree. I mean, there's opportunities in both sectors, right? Both ways of doing it, but it's up to the individual. What do they want to be more involved in? Do they want to do they want a little bit of crypto, a little bit of stocks, or do they completely just want to do stocks? Based on that, people choose to go their different routes, right?
Yeah, well, what I want to stress more so from the Crypto Flywheel is why everything matters, starting with like a Coinbase or a Robinhood. Coinbase is often viewed as the safest entry point for U.S. retailers because they're publicly traded a company as well. And the retail users are more confident in because it's compliance based, right? And they're very transparent in their operations, as well as Robinhood. Robinhood is normalized with the idea of investing is not just for professionals. That's their motto. In crypto, integrations continues as their theme, and they're always, like you said in previous episodes, Robinhood initially started out as a platform where you couldn't take your cryptocurrencies off of it. Now you can actually send it to a cold storage wallet. So they're evolving as the industry is evolving, right? So, and then Gemini is another one. And we talked about Gemini previously, very briefly, but their credit card is a MasterCard. They offer it and you can get rewards in the form of XRP and various other lower cost, higher multiplier cryptocurrencies. So, and they also focus less on hype and more on infrastructure, compliance, and long-term trust. So Gemini is another very good option to start your crypto foray, So, and what else? What are some of the other exchanges?
Well, I'm glad you brought out the rewards factor that these exchanges are offering in terms of using their products, right? So let me go over some. Actually, no couple. Gemini offers a credit card. Gemini is actually an exchange that offers crypto trading, but they are also offering a credit card, which is in the form of a MasterCard. This is a proper credit card with no annual fees. You can earn up to 4% back in 50 different types of cryptos. It's a crypto of your choice. So the 4% that you receive is in gas, EV charging, which is capped at a certain amount of money. I would say $200 or $300. I'm not exactly sure what that cap is. So you get 4% back up to $200 or $300 that you spend in EV or gas charging. Then they also offer 3% on dining. Dining meaning restaurants or any fast food places that you choose to eat from, and 2% on groceries, and also 1% on everything else. So that's Gemini. Gemini's card is actually a great card. Then we also have Coinbase One card, which is in the form of an American Express card. And they offered this late 2025, and this requires a Coinbase One subscription of $50 per year. You can earn up to 4% back, but this is a catch. You get 4% back only in Bitcoin. So that's a difference between the two cards, and there's no subscription fees for Gemini card. So out of these two cards, I mean, people can decide to go either way depending on what their comfort. So I know, Professor X, you have one of these cards, right?
Yeah, I have the Gemini MasterCard. I've amassed almost $500 XRP, because that's the asset that I chose because of the multiplier effect. So I get more XRP for the amount of money that I use as opposed to Bitcoin. So I use Gemini, but I'm contemplating on getting this Robinhood Gold card. They provide cashback rewards, but that cashback reward can be invested into either cryptos or stock because they have both on their platform. And it's more of a stronger appeal to first-time investors. I chose Gemini first, but I chose Gemini first.
The Robinhood rewards is basically in dollars?
Yes.
Versus
cashback. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you take that cash back that they give you, and then you can invest it on their platform to either stocks or crypto.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. That's not a bad deal. I mean, it's good to have different options, right? Tell me, how was your process when you signed up for the Gemini card? What was the process and how easy was it?
It was very seamless. So you download the app on your phone, or you can choose to do it on your computer, but the app is obviously on the phone. And so it was very seamless when I downloaded the app and then provided your, form of identification. I think it's a soft credit check, and then they give you, based off of how much you earn, what your limit is. You can go, I think they go up to about 50,000 or even more if you make more money. So I've maximized my usage on it every month based off of where I used to put it onto a credit card that gave me nothing back. I now put it on my Gemini card and I pay it off every month. And that gives me a tremendous number of XRPs per month. In the form of like almost 40 to 50 a month, based off of my expenses, right? So it's really beneficial. I think down the line, when XRP starts parabolically moving, I think that all my expenses thus far is going to be paid back and then some, so.
Okay. So let me ask you, are you able to switch between assets that you can get rewards in, or is it set, like if you pick, let's say like you picked XRP, does it have to be XRPs forever, or you can decide to choose another coin?
Whatever Gemini offers as far as cryptocurrencies, you can choose whichever one that you want back in rewards. So I chose XRP. Initially, I was thinking about Bitcoin, but again, that multiplier effect is what was the deciding factor for me to choosing XRP, because also XRP is the new asset class ecosystem, ISO 222. Base layer kind of thing. That is the ecosystem. The ledger is what's going to drive the new financial system. So I chose that. Plus, it is not expensive.
So basically, I wanted to know, let's say you decide to choose XRP today for rewards. Tomorrow, can I change it over to another asset where I can get rewards in when I use that card? That's what I was asking.
Yeah. You could. You can just go into your settings and then you can change your asset that you want as back in rewards.
Okay, that's not a bad deal. I mean, that's something to think about.
Absolutely. For our listeners, I think, in my suggestion and my opinion, I think Gemini, a credit card, would be the best one to start with if you're just wanting a credit card and getting the maximum for your amount spent. And back in rewards in the form of a digital asset. So I think Gemini is really good. It's seamless. It's easy process. I'm going to get involved in the Robinhood Gold card. I just need to start doing it. Yeah.
Okay. So that's good information. So, okay, let's wrap this up for today.
So for our audience, I think that our topics that we choose to talk about is predicated on what the interest is for and what's the best value add for our listeners, how to get involved in the digital asset space. So if you would like to listen to something specific, please comment in our comment section, and then we'll address it in the comment section or in subsequent episodes. So yeah, the more engagement, the more alpha that we can provide on from our experiences and our knowledge base. So yeah, Digital X, I think that should be it unless you have anything more to add.
It's been a good episode today, and we look forward to tomorrow's.
Yes, absolutely. So with that, the Crypto Flywheel will be signing off. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.